Especially important is the warning to avoid conversations with the demon. We may ask what is relevant, but anything beyond that is dangerous. He's a liar. The demon is a liar. He will like to confuse us. But he will also mix lies with the truth to attack us. The attack is psychological, Damien, and powerful. So don't listen. Remember that. Do not listen.
How can we be sure of what we know? What if our beliefs are misleading? What if we're in a dream? To answer these questions, the French philosopher René Descartes breaks away from the philosophical tradition. He wants to know if there are things that cannot be doubted, and his creative process made his inquiry productive. To philosophize, he created his own antagonist, an evil demon who is highly powerful, creating illusions in our minds about reality. Hence, Descartes attempts to cast doubt on everything to prove the existence of reality and certainty. To do this, Descartes focused on the categories of truth. The first category is the senses as the basis of knowledge, but they cannot be trusted all the time. For instance, a pencil submerged in water will display the illusion of being bent. Hence, our senses can be doubted. The second type of truth is general truth. These are common facts such as the fact that sunlight causes sunburn or that the force of gravity causes objects to fall. However, our impression of the world may be just the result of a dream. Hence, general truths may be doubted. Moreover, Descartes also doubted the instruments of knowledge, like science, math, and logic. For instance, is deductive reasoning always reliable? However, it must be right even if it disagrees with experience. For instance, logic can convince a person to believe in a lie. If you have a good lawyer, an innocent person can be judged guilty. Therefore, the instruments of knowledge could also be doubted. And Descartes also conducted an interesting thought experiment. He asked, what if there's an evil demon using all his powers to create illusions in our minds? If this is true, all knowledge about reality is just an illusion. But Descartes has a solution to exorcise this demon. For Descartes, even though everything can be doubted or under the control of an evil demon, Descartes realized that the only thing that cannot be doubted is that he is capable of thinking, or cogito, ergo, sum. I think, therefore I am. Because if he's capable of thinking, he exists, and this became the foundation of his philosophy. But for me, his unique process demonstrates the importance of the opposing viewpoint of the devil's advocate to challenge ideas that the majority passively accepts. Back then, they had a position in the Catholic Church to oppose the trial of a candidate for sainthood. This is to validate the evidence to make the candidate a saint. A modern-day example was when Christopher Hitchens opposed the canonization of Mother Teresa in 2003. For instance, he questioned the authenticity of her miracles. With that, Descartes' evil demon thought experiment is one of his creative contributions to philosophy. Because it proves that to develop new concepts in philosophy, it takes the controversial involvement of a devil's advocate, which is a hypothetical demon in Descartes' philosophical process. Therefore, let us allow wise demons to express the most demonic views to accelerate learning possibilities. In fact, the German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche also philosophized with a demon. In his 1882 book, The Gay Science, he writes, "What if someday or night, a demon were to steal into your loneliest loneliness and say to you, everything we've ever done or will do, we're gonna do over and over again, and again, and again." In this mental experiment with a demon, Nietzsche came up with a new philosophical concept of the eternal return. But demons are useful not just in philosophy. In biology, Charles Darwin's demon is a hypothetical organism that can simultaneously maximize all aspects of its fitness. In physics, James Clerk Maxwell's demon can distinguish between fast and slow-moving molecules. And in literature, demons are also useful to develop a plot and explore human problems. In a social context, the existence of conflicts and differences in ideas is healthy for a society. It means that new possibilities can be produced. That's why the role of the devil's advocates in making the discourse interesting is important to generate new possibilities that will respond to the new challenges of a society that is constantly changing. Thus, philosophizing with a demon, a wicked contrarian, or even internalizing it can be good for knowledge production.